Hello, it's Gene. I thought I would give you my thoughts on Hope Solo. As you know, this is I'm videotaping this on Monday, and today is the first game for the national team, women's national team. And uh, it's not like I forgot about what Hope Solo did to her nephew and to her half sister, but it'd been basically put under the rug after her charges got dismissed. But in one of the first or fewest um, fair reporting, ESPN was on outside the line yesterday talking about it, saying it was dismissed on procedural grounds, and they're going to still apply. They're going to try to make it go to court, and they actually showed the police report and the injuries to to her nephew and her sister. Of course, they also showed Hope Solo defending herself, and they talked to the half sister. So, all in all, for ESPN to be somewhat level-headed there was nice. It didn't happen during Winston's issues. He was basically crucified by ESPN and other outlets um, all of the Eric and Klisman bullshit that happened. So I'll give him a little props for that, but deep down I believe it's because they did it because she's a woman, and they gave her more benefit of the doubt. Now, if you actually look at the court documents, she had no visual energies, although both who I consider the victim in this assault was the nephew and the sister, did say that they actually hit her on the top of the head with a broom, and she said she got hit on the top of the head of the broom, but she didn't ask for any medical advice. But she had no bruises on her, no scratches. Now, the other two had a lot on them, so she was clearly out of control, drunk, doing things she shouldn't have done. Of course, she goes on ABC saying that she was the victim because her nephew is 6'9". Now, when this came out, because back then no one knew how tall he was, and I said, she's a big woman, and she could and certainly could inflict a lot of damage on anybody. And then when it came out he was 6'9", everybody kind of said, oh, it wasn't. He should be able to control the situation. And this is the issue that I want to get into. I think we pretty all know that she was probably out of control, and she did something she shouldn't have done, and she should be charged and be accountable for it. The problem is, in domestic violence, it's rare that women are deemed accountable. How it really works in the world that people don't want to say is that men are responsible for everything that happens in any type of scenario, that there is a man and a woman. No matter what happens, it's the responsibility for the man. We're not allowed really to hit them. That's our cultural upbringing. Most of us wouldn't do it. Most of us would try to take whatever the person has to do to us, hit on us and stuff like that, and we're supposed to take it. And we're supposed to control that situation. Sometimes we do the wrong things, like Ray Rice did, even though she was coming at him. Maybe he shouldn't have done what he did, but again, what I'm trying to get across here is that the only persons in any type of altercation that is responsible are the men. Almost always they're going to be taken away. The only reason it didn't happen in this case is it was clear from the injuries on the victims that she was the perpetrator, and she also she had issues when she was at the police station. She was yelling, saying she was going to beat up, if I wasn't in cuffs, that she was going to beat up the cops. People make mistakes when they're drunk, and I'm not saying that she should be in prison forever, but I don't think she should be playing for the national team. And I said that back then. I don't really understand why there were. I mean, obviously they could say that there's no taste because it's been dismissed because of procedural issues. But getting back to what I was trying to say, because I'm kind of rambling here, is that when there's an altercation between a man and a woman, the man has to settle the situation in the least amount of violence going on. If a woman is going crazy and hitting on you, we're told basically to either walk away or take the hit or control them in some way. And sometimes when things have happened to us and we've been hit, when maybe we go too far and hurt somebody or try to get them off, and then they claim that they're victims of it. It happens all the time. You don't have to. You can look online right now and see millions of videos out there that women go up to men saying, "You can't hit me," and just starts hitting and bitting and doing stuff. There are a lot of experiments that was done in the streets all around the country. They did it overseas. Anytime a woman hits a man, the people just look around. A lot of them laugh. Don't do anything. If the guy turns around and tries to defend himself, there's men coming out the side. The white knights trying to stop it. It's like, it's okay. You can do it. You can do it to men because we're disposable. You can do whatever you want to us, and we should be able to deal with it. I'm sorry, that woman is, even though she was attacking a man that was 6'9", her sister was a very small woman. She was out of control, and she needs to be accountable for it. And now her sisters just wants her to say, look, and apologize for it and admit what she did and be accountable. And this woman actually said it on TV, which that's what I want women to be accountable when they do shit like this. Why are we so far above everybody that we have to calm down the situation, that we can't just snap because something happens to us, that we're going to be responsible for whatever happens. But if a woman does it, it's like, are we really going to say that they're that stupid that they can't understand? Even because you can't say that they're emotional, because you can't say that in this world. And say, hey, they should be accountable for what they do. When you're an adult and you shit like that, that's assault. And if you watch it, you'll see that obviously she did something to these people. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you go online and probably 70% of guys are still defending her, and a lot of women are as well. Basically what you hear is a man should walk away. Or, this man was seeing what, after he got beat up by her, then she started beating up on his mom, and he defended his mom by putting a broom over her head. So I don't know what people think they should do then. Should I walk away when somebody's beating up my mother because I'm a man? Or should I try to constrain her because I'm the bigger man? To think that women don't, I just want women to be, if you want to be equal, then you need to be accountable for what you do. And I know that this domestic violence is not equatable to the workplace or something like that, but in this area, we basically are saying that women are children. They can't be accountable for anything. Why should they be any type of leadership roles if they can't be accountable in this type of situation? To sit in there and watch her on TV, basically lying to Rob Roberts on ABC, saying she was a victim in this, and basically putting the man, the young boy, of course he's 6'9", name in the mud, saying that he was a perpetrator in this, when he's got facial issues and stuff. Because basically, what you could tell what he was doing there, he was trying to keep her off and holding her, and at the same time she was probably beating the shit out of him. I mean, if you look at the report, she was on his back doing stuff to him, and he's got shit all over his face. But I know why she's doing it, because it'll hurt her brand. But the respect that I have in these situations, or when somebody plays the victim card, are you a human or not? Are you an adult or are you not? Do you really want to be in a power position? Or should we just basically treat you all like little kids and just say, all right, we can't hit them anymore. We'll treat them as minors. Put them in their room. Say, when you get over your emotional outbursts, then you can come out. Is that what we want to go back to? Seriously. I wish he would just stand up and say, I was drunk, I made a mistake. Just fucking say it. Just like Brady and the whole inflate thing. I mean, come on, just say it. I don't know if I got across what I wanted to say. I mean, basically, these things from, somebody that actually has always supported women's rights and wanted women to be in leadership positions. And there are a lot of great CEOs out there that don't go up there and get involved with this feminism bullshit about being bossy and shit like that. That are just go and they work and they are great at what they do. And I have all the respect for that, but I don't like this thing where everybody has to play the victim card, and that's what our society is right now. Everybody's a victim, and guys are going to learn how to do it too. Guys are starting to do it on Title IX now. Obviously, it was almost like 99% of the people that are being accused of rape on campus were men. Now, boys or men are basically saying, "Well, she did this to me as well." I mean, it's going to get this way because we are so nobody's accountable. The society on its own is not accountable, and the genders, it's almost 80% of all people that are not accountable are the women, and they won't. They're basically told they don't have to be. The feminists said that it's never your fault. When somebody says maybe you shouldn't walk in that area at 3 o'clock at night, now I'm blaming the victim. I'm not. I'm saying maybe in the future, maybe you shouldn't go down there. No one's ever accountable for what they do, and they've been given this bill of goods or whatever from the feminists or progressives or whatever, and it hasn't made women empowered. They make them more. There are a lot of guys out there that don't have anything to do with them anymore. It's just anyway. Well, that's my thought on Hope Solo. Obviously, she's gonna play, and I think they'll do well. I don't think they're gonna win the World Cup. I think Germany is a better team, and I think that some other teams that are better. I've watched them play in the qualifiers and friendlies this year, and they don't look as good, as better as before. But you never know, and I will root for them. The last World Cup was a great World Cup before all this shit happened. Great games, the semifinal and the finals, and I support women's sports. Big time Florida State supporter for their softball team, their soccer team that won the national championship, the basketball team that got the Elite Eight. I love watching women play sports. It has nothing to do how I feel about when we talked about accountability. I can tell you that when you're a teammate, most teammates are accountability to each other because you have to do the right thing. And I would hope that somebody on that team would sit there and say to Hope Solo, maybe you should apologize to your sister and just let it go on. You know what? Maybe she would have to go to court then. But maybe she wants to do this so she gets her brand and write a book and make more money out of it. Anyway, that's all I have. If you have any comments, you want to say I'm a misogynist or whatever, go ahead and say it. If you like the video, just give me a like. If you don't, you can hit that dislike. You guys have a good day.